Hello, it's Kim Butler. I thought we would do one more look at the growth of the cash value in a whole life policy, this time on a 10-year-old. People often mistake the idea that, oh my gosh, my cash value is going to grow so much more on a 10 or 20-year-old even than on, say, a 40-year-old or even on a 70-year-old. So there are two other videos. I did one on a 40-year-old and one on a 70-year-old. This is on our 10-year-old. So this is the funding calculator from the Truth Concepts suite of calculators. And I've put in a 10-year-old's policy, and this is the year 2022. And we can see that without doing anything, just its net rate of return of the growth of the cash value. So our cash value line is this green and purple bar here. We can see that if we measure that over a 30-year period, so age 10 to age 39 essentially, that we have a 3.7% rate of return. Of course, a regular savings account is a little bit ahead of the game in the middle. And of course, a regular savings account does not have a death benefit. Now with a 10-year-old, you're not going to really give value to the death benefit because first of all, hopefully never is going to pass on before you, the owner. Nevertheless, you also typically cannot get term insurance on a 10-year-old, so it's kind of hard to calculate the value of that. But it is interesting when we look at this 3.7% rate and acknowledge that that's the growth of the cash value per year when measured over that period of time, after the cost of the death benefit, after running the mutual company that provides the whole life product, and after any commissions that have been paid. And then if we add in the fact that any other account would be taxed and the life insurance is not taxed, and I just used a 24% tax bracket, then you actually have an equivalent of 4.9% rate. So without tax, 3.7, with tax, 4.9, looking down at that number right there. And this is pretty interesting. So you basically have a 3.7 to 4.9, depending on whether you want to call it before tax or after tax, rate of return per year on a 10-year-old. And the life insurance policy growth of cash value is just not that much better because we looked at a 40-year-old and it was in the 4% range. And then without really any other thing going on. No borrowing against, no fanciness, just your basic, frankly boring, yet very effective cash value growth from a mutual life insurance company doing the job. And the point of the video is to help you understand that there's just not that much difference between a 10-year-old, a 40-year-old, and a 70-year-old. Sure, some, but not what people think. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I have lots of podcasts, other videos that you can check out. Whole Life is a centuries-old product that has provided families with their emergency/opportunity fund for centuries. And I encourage you to take a look at it. If you have questions, reach out to me, and I will be happy to help. Thanks.